Hi, everyone. This is Tony Chaudhary, success strategist, helping people translate their big ideas into real action and a viable business. This is another episode of the Growing Pains of a Startup Business series, and I just wanted to take a few minutes and talk about the time when I started my first business, which was a portrait photography business, and how I kept telling myself that I'm just a creative and I'm not a business person. So, this was a limiting belief on my part, but I didn't know about it back then. And I was just kind of starting up. I taught myself photography, as I mentioned in one of my earlier videos, and I just focused on the creative side of photography. And I had no clue what business how I should market or do business. So what happened was I would photograph all these amazing people, get all these amazing photos, hear everyone talk about how much they love their photos and, how beautiful the albums were that I was delivering. But I just wouldn't be making any money because I kept telling myself, I don't know how to make money. All I know is taking pictures. And that was a huge limiting belief. And I'm absolutely certain most business owners, especially creatives, creative people that start their own businesses, have the same exact feeling. But let me tell you one thing. It was a horrible, crushing feeling every time I spent like 11 and a half, like 12, 13 hours doing a full photo shoot, giving excellent customer service, handing out really good products and, photos, but realizing that I wasn't even making minimum wage. So, how I turned that around was by starting to learn about business. And I realized that business is a highly learnable skill. We can all do it, but we tend to not do it because we think we'll build it and they'll come. But honestly, that doesn't happen. So when I was focusing so much on my photography, I just completely ignored the fact that I could read up on business and I could gain some, knowledge in business. All I would do is focus on reading photography. So build it and they'll come didn't work. And it was a horrible, horrible feeling. It was a crippling fear when I started to realize that I wasn't making money. I was spending all this time. I was buying all this expensive gear. My bank account was, dwindling to like zero. And I have to be very, very honest. Since I didn't get any funding from anywhere else and I was funding my own business, I was drawing on my retirement savings. I know it's horrific, but I think all of you that are entrepreneurs out there know the feeling when you think that, oh, I need one more new toy. I need that shiny new object to make my business work. I am guilty and I feel terrible about it. I'm still guilty sometimes of, buying new shiny objects that I don't necessarily need right away. But sometimes as business owners and entrepreneurs, you do need that extra little bit. Not everything that, comes for free is good enough for your business. You sometimes need to invest a little bit to get more return on your investment. And believe me, this isn't something that, I only went through. I'm sure a lot of you have. And if you have, please put a comment down below and let me know that I'm not the only person or not the only weirdo that kind of just finds money where nothing exists and then spends it on your business. So the other thing that I found that was really setting me back and holding me back was, pricing. And pricing, obviously, I didn't know the science behind pricing. And to be very honest, it's not like I follow a very scientific way of pricing my products. I do some market research, definitely, and see what's being offered in the market. And then I try to find a way to justify my price, maybe by adding something more, adding more value, adding more content, whatever it is, right? So I was lacking in knowledge where pricing was concerned, where marketing was concerned. concerned, where, just doing basic business, like I wasn't even keeping an account of how much I was spending. Now, how dumb is that, right? But as a person with no business background, I don't know what I did. But whatever I did, I managed to turn everything around. I attended a lot of online trainings and workshops, which I've spoken about in the past. I invested thousands and thousands of dollars in my personal development and in learning business. So that I started to see a huge change in how I was doing business. I was initially operating from a place of fear. And then I started more from a place of confidence, because I knew that no matter what I did, I would not fail. Of course, I'd be making a ton of mistakes, but I would learn from those mistakes, and I would just get up, brush myself off, and, start something, try another different way of doing it. Say, for instance, when I started pricing my portrait photography, I did it like at rock bottom prices. I would charge like $125 and give away the farm, right? I would give like 250, 300 pictures. That's insane, I know, but that's how most people start off. But soon I realized that it's not going to work. I started, bringing in more value, more high touch customer service. I wasn't offering any products back then. And so I realized that if I have to charge more, I have to offer something that most photographers weren't offering, and that was albums. So I learned from my mistake of just offering a CD of images to offering products. And even in the products, I started with a low-end kind of an album. And then I realized that that too wasn't going to cut it. I needed to offer something even better. So in less than a year and a half, if I remember correctly, I actually 5 times my prices. So I raised my prices 5 times of what I was charging initially. But guess what happened? I was still getting clients simply because they were mostly referrals, and they were all blown away by the amount of, the level of customer service, the level of, the product quality that I was offering, the photos they were getting. And to them, it turned out to be a value and not a cost anymore. So that was how I kind of, started leveraging my learning in business skills and my, starting to learn a little bit more about marketing and customer service, etc., to turn things around and not call myself just a creative anymore. I started to call myself a businesswoman. Okay, so I was a business owner, and heck, I was proud of it. And believe me, in my current, in my second business of helping entrepreneurs, I still go through the same pains because I'm again in startup mode, and it doesn't change. Believe me. Is it better? Heck yes, it is better, because I'm more educated, I'm more informed, I'm more skilled. I am able to interpret different things in a better way. So yes, I'm doing much better. But it's still, every day I wake up and it's still, how am I going to get this done? How am I going to do this better? What more do I need to learn to be able to do this better? Just before I sign off, I wanted to wish you all a fabulous, fabulous 2017. I hope that all of you will live up to your own expectations of yourselves by staying focused and believing that it's possible to make your dream come true. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.